Holly. Here. Hunter. Here. Jacob. Here. Jordan.
Hunter.
Jose. Here. Julian. Justin. Carson.
Here.
Kyla.
Here.
Leah.
Here.
Lily.
Here.
Madeline.
Here.
Micaiah.
Here.
Maria.
Here.
Morgan.
Here.
Noah. Here. Owen. Here. Sophia.
Here.
Quill. Okay, school. Bauer. Everybody doing it? No. It's not right. What are you supposed to do to finish your bell work? Read a book.
Oh, we took my picture.
That's Molly's.
He's not here. It's Molly's. Really?
It was warm.
Mr. Newton was here, Mike. I think that's what you all read something, right? All right, raise your hand if you finished with your bell work. Jose, you done your bell work? That's more. All right, raise your hand if you're not finished with your bell work.
Oh, when did we learn about that?
Monday,
Monday.
when the sub was here.
Mr. Movie?
Uh-huh. All right,
And his eight.
read number 1, Sophia.
What makes a sea lamprey in
Number 1.
Oh, what is an invasive species?
What is an invasive species? Now read number 2.
What makes a sea lamprey invasive species in the Great Lakes?
What makes the sea lamprey an invasive species in the Great Lakes? Let's start with the first one. Do you want to take a shot at it, Sophia?
I think it might, a species that is more popular than other species around it.
It's more popular.
It's more popular. It's
Okay.
more population.
It's more populated. What do you think, Damaris?
A species that moves to a different environment.
Okay, it's moved to a different environment. Good. Alex?
A species that invades an area, like that moves over.
Okay, it invades an area. Fred?
An animal like a parasite.
Okay, sort of like a parasite. Last one, Alex.
Is it like, is it a species that doesn't have a predator, so it can't be killed that much in the Great Lakes because it doesn't really have a predator.
Okay, so you're kind of leading into number 2, aren't you? What is the invade? What does that sound like, Alex? Invade. It sounds like invade. I need a volunteer. All right, Damaris, come here. And I'll give you an awesome answer for volunteering. All right, would you agree that we as human beings have bubbles?
Yes.
Personal spaces that we don't like people to come into sometimes.
No.
Some people's bubbles are real big, and you don't want anybody to touch you. Some people's bubbles, I'm not even sure if they have one, because I see you all over each other in the hallway sometimes. Would you agree that some people don't have bubbles? Yeah? All right, Damaris, do you have a bubble? Do you think?
No, I don't see it.
You don't see your bubble? But do you feel like you have a personal space?
Yes.
Okay. You get to choose to be any species you want to be. Pick a species.
A zebra.
Okay, she is a zebra. Isn't she a beautiful zebra?
Yes.
Yes, you're a beautiful zebra. All right. If I come over here, are you starting to get a little uncomfortable? The closer I get, what about now? Are you a little uncomfortable? Have you been invaded?
Yes.
Am I an invasive species?
Yes.
Yes. What did I do?
You took up her space.
Am I normally, when I teach, do I normally get all up in Damaris' space? No. Do I touch you a lot?
No.
No. So I invaded her, right? You don't feel truly invaded, do you? Okay, good. Thank you for all I'm feeling. Here, yes.
So we're like when we first, or not when we first came, but like we're an invasive species to animals because we're building houses on their land.
You're right. Are we species?
Yeah.
Good, Dylan. So we are invasive species sometimes. Right, Jose? Yeah, we are. So I invaded Damaris' personal space. I invaded her environment. And what is the Great Lakes? It is a habitat, but what else is it, Justin? It is an ecosystem. The Great Lakes are an ecosystem, kind of like, is the forest an ecosystem?
Yes.
Who can think of another ecosystem? Aiden?
The jungle.
Okay, the jungle,
The ocean.
the ocean, Africa,
Arctic.
the Arctic,
The desert.
the desert. Good. Those are all ecosystems. There's a big bunch of what? Living there. Animals that live there. They're used to being there, and a lot of times they make a food web. Good. Now our second question, who read it earlier? Sophia, will you read it again?
What makes the sea lamprey an invasive species in the Great Lakes?
So, we said invasive means that you invade, you're coming in and invading a space. So if I come in and invade a space, you are going to be disrupted a little, aren't you? You're going to feel invaded. You think you're going to be harmed? Possibly. So, what makes the sea lamprey an invasive species in the Great Lakes? Fred.
Because it attaches to other animals and like you'll actually stay on them for a while and it's kind of annoying them.
Okay, it does that. Does it also do that in the sea?
Yeah.
Okay. Leah?
Because they kind of took over the Great Lakes and things like that, like to kind of took it away from the other species that were already
It kind of took away from the other species that are already there. What else, Alex?
They aren't supposed to be there. They attach the boats to live there.
Okay, good, Hunter.
They overpopulate the other animals, like, because when they came, there wasn't very many when they came in, but they repopulated because they're hard to kill.
Okay, good. Are they from the Great Lakes?
No.
Sea lamprey. They've come in, like I did with Damaris, and I invaded her space. They've invaded this ecosystem. So they've also invaded the Great Lakes food web, right?
Yeah.
Because what are these sea lamprey eating on, feeding off of?
Blood.
So like small planes of fish.
Okay, the small fish. What's the one that we've been talking about this entire unit? The trout. Our big driving question is what, Noah?
What is causing the trout population to change?
What is causing the trout population to change? Would you say that the sea lamprey is causing that trout population to change?
Yes.
Yes, it's attaching to the fish, isn't it? It's wounding it. It's an invasive species that's come in and done what? Kyla?
Just been getting on the animals.
Yeah, Yeah, being a bully, right? Coming in where it's not welcome and taking over, right? I need 2 volunteers. All right, Ella and Jessica. And we're gonna use, all right, we'll use this table here. So Hunter, Owen, Jose, Sophia, and Maria, you all are the Great Lakes. You are organisms that live in the Great Lakes. Justin and Ella are our beautiful, what do you think? They are the sea lamprey. They're coming in. They're going to invade the Great Lakes. How do sea lamprey feed? Ella? They suck their blood. They don't eat them, do they? They don't eat them whole. What do?
They kill from inside
What do? Will?
They
suck your blood.
Well, how do they do that first?
They suck off them.
They have to attach to them, kind of like a leech. Have any of you all been out in the creek and you've had a leech attached to you? Have you? What do leeches do? They suck your blood. This is what a sea lamprey does. All right, Judson, go attach to any of the organisms you want to attach to. All right, Ella. Are they invasive species? Yes, they are. How do we know they're invasive? Somebody tell me why they're invading this space right here. Fred.
It's because like they're getting all up in their personal space and like staying attached to them whenever they are in the bubble.
Does Justin and Ella normally sit over here? No. Where are they from? This table and this table. Different ecosystems. They've come over to this ecosystem and been a bully and gotten away, right? Are you alright? They have invaded. Are you okay? Sorry. They've invaded this space, right? Good. Go sit down. Thank you all. Sorry, everybody. That's what they do. They don't care about other organisms in that ecosystem. Do you think I'm really sorry? Okay. Yes, Dylan.
Each one of the Great Lakes, they attach to boats and different kinds of them, and they just
Okay.
attach to the side of them.
Okay, good. Good. Are you okay with that? All right.
We're recording this.
That's all right. Because we've had so many crazy days. Let's see. Last Thursday I was sick, and then you had a sub. Friday we did cahoots and had break. Monday I had a sub. Tuesday we had a field trip, and yesterday what did we do? We did the post assessment. So it's been a while since we've talked about this. So we're going to do a little review. Everybody look up here at the screen. Somebody tell me what this is. It is a food web. Which food web?
A yellow perch.
It is the Great Lake Food Web. Remember when we did the food web activity with the yarn? You were one of these organisms. So everybody look up here and find the one you were. You don't have to say it out loud. Okay? Right. So you were one of these organisms. This is a food web in the Great Lake ecosystem. Do you think there's anything we could add to this? Could we add an organism? Hunter, what do you think?
Sea lamprey.
Sea lamprey. Thumbs up if you think we should add the sea lamprey. Owen, why do you think we need to add the sea lamprey? Is it now part of the food chain? Alright, don't make fun. I'm going to draw.
That looks like a seaworm.
Is that a snake?
No, it's a sea lamprey.
It's a worm.
Like saying we're part of the thing of the bottle.
What is that?
It's a sea lamprey.
It's
No, what's the?
Y'all are big.
You'll see. So, sea lamprey. If we add the sea lamprey to our food web, who wants to take a shot at where you think we should put it? Alright, Marty. Just tell me.
Above the lake trout.
Alright, why above the lake trout? What do you think, Jose? Why should we attach the sea lamprey to the lake trout? Don't make fun of this. I'm bad at fish.
I'm good at drawing fish.
Oh, actually, it's
Eat everything.
Why?
Can I see the video?
Sit down. What?
You're asking why you should.
What'd you say, Jose? Well,
They just put it right there.
I don't either.
I think just put it in the middle because it doesn't eat them, it feeds on them.
Okay.
Feed off of it.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what I.
Leah?
It needs to be in the middle because it eats off of everything.
Okay. Alex?
It needs to be on top of the lake trout because it doesn't eat, because on the far right, those are all things that are on the surface. And the sea lamprey doesn't eat things that are on the surface, they eat things that are in the water. And on the left side, that's close to the
That's not necessary.
Okay, however, I would agree with Will that it's gonna feed off of more than just the lake trout. But what have we talked about that it feeds off of? The lake trout. So if I added it, and a lot of you, I think you agree, I would put it attached to the lake trout. Now, for an awesome answer, Dojo, which way is the arrow going to point? I'm gonna do random.
Too many hands.
Either
Yay! To the sea lamprey.
to the sea lamprey. Thumbs up if you agree.
I don't know.
All right, why don't you know, Mario?
Because it could be the lake trout to get eaten by the sea lamprey, and then it could be sea lamprey eats the lake trout. See, the arrow could be.
Didn't the arrow go either way?
What? Let's get the lake trout too, because, hold on, what am I talking about?
Which way should the arrow go?
Oh yeah, because the sea lamprey, it could be like sea lamprey eats the lake trout gets eaten by someone.
Okay,
You go both ways.
but have we ever talked about the lake trout eating the sea lamprey?
No, I said lake trout gets eaten by someone.
Okay, so which way does the arrow always point, Abby?
Who's getting the energy?
Who's getting the energy or the
building material.
the building materials? If the sea lamprey eats the trout or is sucking its blood, it's gonna get its energy. Even if it doesn't completely eat it, it's gonna get its energy, right? Yeah. So the arrow will always point towards who's getting the energy. Good. Will?
What if two animals eat each other at the same time?
I don't know.
Well, like, what if it eats it? Like, what if it eats the sea lamprey, but
So if they're
it
fighting?
doesn't chew it? What if it doesn't chew it, but then it just sucks off the blood inside?
And then it dies of blood loss.
No,
Yeah, but
if it sucks the blood, but
It's still gonna get the energy, right?
and then
Because the blood
but then he
changes
eats
the
it.
energy.
Sea lamprey because he's still sucking on the blood inside.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. That's a tough one.
I'm pretty sure if
We
the
might
trout
be
was
able
gonna
to-
eat something, it would chew it up.
Well,
You know, like them
we're gonna
human
see
fish, like-
how the trout. We're gonna see how the lamprey actually attaches when we dissect. We are dissecting on Monday. We are dissecting a sea lamprey, and we're not doing a trout,
Yellow
but
perch, a
we
yellow
are
perch.
doing a yellow perch. These two lovelies looked ahead in the book, but that's okay.
Well, I mean, I was bored. Like,
That's okay. We're doing yellow. Anybody have a question why we're doing yellow perch and not trout?
I do. Because there's more.
Anybody have a guess as to why?
The yellow trout.
Maybe the lake trout is, whatchamacallit, dying out.
Okay,
And we
Alex?
can't take it.
Endangered, something like that.
it might be endangered.
Why you hurt my people? Mine and Jose's people.
It's because like they're starting to become extinct and people want to keep them alive.
Okay.
because the yellow perch gives you
All right, here's why. The reason why, the book said it's just because the yellow perch are easier to get, and the trout are more expensive. So that's why I question us yellow perch. They're still a bony fish, so we are going to dissect the sea lamprey and the yellow perch. On Monday, tomorrow, what we're gonna do,
Why can't we do it tomorrow?
tomorrow, we're going to completely go through everything we're gonna do on
We see what it
Monday.
looks like?
That way, guys, that way on Monday, we can just dive right into it. I don't have to waste time telling you what we're gonna do. So tomorrow, I'm gonna go through exactly what we're gonna do, step by step by step. So no one will be confused. Yes, Maria?
Do we have to work as a table to do it, or are we doing it by ourselves?
What?
Do we have to work as a table, or are we doing it by ourselves?
We're gonna do it by a table.
It's a moral deal, not
Yes.
Do we have to dissect the ceiling?
If you don't wanna touch it, here's what I'm gonna let you do. I'm gonna let one person be the person that takes pictures.
Do we have to work
You
more?
still have to wear goggles and gloves because
Nope.
what's preserving the lamprey and the fish right now is very harmful to us.
What is it?
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, can we see it?
Not today.
I was not reading.
If you will add our science Instagram,
I did.
then you will be able to see some pictures. That's why Lily already knew what we
Get
were
your
doing,
feet
right?
You get
I posted a picture.
Yeah.
We might.
I think
All right.
Actually, sucking
Can
on
we
it.
cook it?
Yeah.
No,
Hey, you
the
can make
poison-
it.
poison's dead forever. There's poisonous chemicals in it. You don't want to eat that. Yes, I think it is that. All right, class.
Yes,
Thank you, Justin. Class.
yes.
All right. If this is an interaction, somebody tell me, is this a direct interaction or indirect, Alex?
Direct.
It is direct. Why is it direct?
Because it is going, because the sea lamprey is directly harming the lake trout.
It is directly harming the trout. If I put an organism over here, I don't know what that is, but these two, is it direct or indirect? Indirect, because they're not directly interacting.
It's a ball.
I don't know what it was, a blob or something.
It's really like algae.
Shh, guys, back here. Now, if this is actually happening, and we know it is because we've read stuff about it, and there is a special that we're going to watch later on in the unit, I can't wait for you to watch, it's really cool. But if this happens, what do you think will happen to the sea lamprey population? Anybody think it'll go up?
No.
Wait, what was the first?
You don't think so?
It'll go up.
Do you think the sea lamprey population will go up or down?
Damn.
What happened?
They've moved to the Great Lakes.
Okay, so
What do you think?
and we'll go
Get your
down.
hands off it.
Down? Up.
We go up.
Why am I not ready?
Because I'm smart.
Give me a fraction.
I did. Yes, Ellen.
I think it will go down
Why do you think it'll go down?
because it's a sea lamprey and this is in lakes. Seawater has salt in it.
Okay.
But in the reading, it said that they could live in both.
Good, Lily. In the reading, it says they can live in salt water or fresh water. Jose, put your head up. In salt water or fresh water. Alex?
I think it'll go up because in the book, it said there, that sea lampreys have no natural predators in the Great Lakes, and they eat everything in the Great, most lakes in the Great Lakes.
What?
In the book, it said sea lampreys do not have any predators in the Great Lakes, so their population will go up because they have no predators.
Good. Think about it. They have invaded the Great Lake ecosystem, and they not my hands. And they have what? They don't have any predators in the Great Lakes. All the organisms in the Great Lakes are what? Fish. They're smaller than it, right? Are there are there lamprey other than the sea lamprey in the Great Lakes?
Get your hands off
Yes,
it.
there are. Good. All right, read our I can statement for today, Brooke.
I can analyze and describe the effects of an invasive species in an ecosystem.
Okay, I can analyze and describe the effects of an invasive species in an ecosystem. Do you feel like we're doing that so far today? What does that mean to you, Brooke?
That you
What are you doing if you analyze something?
know what it means, kind of.
What are you doing if you analyze something, Justin? You look over it, you observe it. What about describe? Hunter,
All you do is preserve it.
what do you think? Talk about it. Okay, you talk about it.
Well, is it like whenever you're studying something and then you're like, then you talk about it with someone and try to analyze what's
Yeah.
going on
Good.
and decrypt?
Okay, good. So we're going to analyze and describe the effects of an invasive species. We already talked about what invasive means. It's an organism that does what? It invades. It's not usually from there, Aiden. in an ecosystem. Good. All right, everyone open your book to page 62. What?
What is? What type of electrode are we going on today?
See you later. Can you help me pass these out?
Oh yeah, sure.
We are, what did I say, 62?
You're not supposed to have those in your hand.
62, guys. All right, listen. What I'm passing out is what you did Monday with Mr. Newbie. We're gonna go over this. Hunter, memorize.
Mr. Newbie said the ocean was fresh water.
Really?
Is it?
Oh.
Did we miss anything on Thursday and Friday? Because we weren't here.
Jordan. No, not Jordan. Oh, thank you. Maria. Owen. What's wrong? Brooke. Justin. Dylan. Hannah.
I'm confirmed.
Will. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Everybody listen. We're kinda running out of time, but we're gonna do this anyways because I want you all to work in groups with this.
Or I'll be in our group.
Yeah, he will be.
Where do you want me to
No,
be?
he's in Morgan's group. I'll take him.
I'll be in Alex's group.
This group. Okay. On Monday, you individually answer these questions. What we're going to do in groups today, I want you to look at those 4 questions. We're looking at the reading 6.2, where it talked about the invasive. And what's the other type? If they're not invasive, they are. They're native. Good, Will. They're native. It means they're from that place, from that ecosystem. It was Alex? It was me. Oh, that Alex. Good, Alex. All right. So we're going to look at the 4 questions. There's one question on page 62. That's okay, Alex. One on 63, one on 64, and one on 65. If you weren't here, it's okay. One person in the group is going to be the recorder. So decide right now. You're going to come up with a consensus answer. What do I mean by that, Micaiah? An answer that you all agree on and you think together. So raise your hand if you're the writer. Go. Who's the writer? Who's the recorder? This group. Who? Okay, this group. Who? All right, listen. Need your attention. Class. So, you're going to go over those 4 questions. Should everyone share their answer? Yes. How many people record? 1. All right, begin. Yes, get a new piece of take what you did on Monday
Hey, she's gonna
and answer these questions. You've already answered them, right? So, everyone share what you put, and then, that's okay. He needs to.
Is that video going on?
And then, what you're going to do is you're going to come up with an answer that everybody agrees with.
And so on your picture, 30 minutes.
No, I'm showing you homie names. Dumb. You could.
It's a habit. I haven't even read on anything.
That counts as a book.
Okay. Are you sitting up to play over helping publish the Okay. Why do you think the other way I said
Because they were one paper. I ate something. Instead I ate something.
all the species, like there'd be no
They were killing all. They were. The food supply got
I think that he's pretty much saying what I think. I'm like, I'm thinking this is like interrupting me. The other fish just got like adapted.
You didn't look at each other. They just never want to
I'll be right back. You should stay with me. So what part is true?
Not America, in Britain.
Do you draw a line separating or just
Not in the US. That means
Okay, guys.
Thank God.
Where's my kid?
Y'all working together? Good. Who's the recorder here? Alright. Y'all just have some.
I voted.
I vote myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I volunteer.
I'm a but you said me, and then you said him. Yeah, you're taking care of you. Yeah, I know.
Well, I think I'm just gonna write down my own name.
Bro, don't be a meanie. Don't be a meanie.
Okay.
Guys, you got about 5 more minutes.
No.
Number 3.
Nope, this The same thing almost. Almost. No. Great Richmond than
Okay, that's question. The one that you
So I am. So wait, everybody goes to the Mexican.
I'm a snake! I'm a snake! Oh, these are right
Okay, you know what I know.
You said steak. That they all feast off, they feast off organisms.
Good.
Keep going on, Strong.
Oh my.
It was just a joke.
Based on the table you just did.
And everything else. Oh, wait, no.
They all eat fish. Well, they all drink blood. They all look like ew.
Well, the native
All right, class. Yes.
With
Good job, guys.
mixed with the eel.
Even if you're not finished, Alex, we're gonna go on and answer these because we need to get to them, okay?
It could be that mixed breed.
Read number 1 on page 62 for me. All right, Dylan.
First question.
Yep.
Why do you think the other lampreys are not causing problems in the Great Lakes?
So, are there other lamprey in the Great Lakes? Yes. You do?
I did. So I just did.
Was it a lamprey?
I don't know, but it looked just like it.
Maybe it's a snake.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It had gills like that.
Oh.
I thought it was an electric.
I bet it was a lamprey, or it could have been an eel. Okay. So there are other lampreys in the Great Lakes. So the question is asking, if they've been there all along, why didn't they cause a big fuss when they came in? They didn't invade and hurt the other fish. Why didn't they, Micaiah?
Because they're native to the Great Lakes.
They're native to the Great Lakes. Good answer. Anybody else? Well,
They're the same species. Maybe they're like, hey, you're in my family. I don't know.
Hey, fam.
okay.
The sea lampreys are more a problem because they suck out other animals' blood and
Okay. Good.
we said that they eat off all fish and fishermen around.
They eat, wait, which ones?
I said,
Well, we're talking about the native ones. Why didn't they make a big problem?
well, they didn't make a big problem. They used to be in there. They didn't make any changes.
They're used to being there. Ella?
We said because since they are from the Great Lakes, then they have predators there that
You're right.
predators there that will help fight them off, while the sea lamprey doesn't have.
Awesome. They're already a part of what? The food web. So they have predators and they have prey. So it's kind of balanced. But when that sea lamprey comes in, is it balanced anymore? No. Because that sea lamprey doesn't have any predators anymore. Where are the sea lamprey's predators?
In the ocean.
In the ocean. The big animals are in the ocean.
How about we get them and put them in the Great Lakes?
Well, then that would maybe solve the problem, except they'd probably eat those things too, wouldn't they? Yeah. Raise your hand.
They just jump up on land and eat a fox.
Guys, Lily's talking. Lily, I'm sorry.
Because they aren't taking over the lakes as bad and instead
Yes, good. All right, read number 2 on page 63. Lily.
compare the different types of lamprey by making a careful observation of each recorded data.
All right, compare the different type of lamprey. Tell me one way they were similar. We don't have time to go over all of it. Similar.
We put wheat contrast.
Okay, tell me how they were the same. All right, Fred.
They all feasted off the blood off of another animal.
Okay, they all attach and they suck the blood from an organism. How are they different?
They're different sizes.
Okay, they're different sizes. Do they look different? Good.
Like,
Good, they live in different places. Awesome. Number 3, on 64. Yes, read it.
Based on the table and what you have read so far, which lamprey do you think would need the most food and why?
Which one do you think needs the most food? The native or the invasive? Damaris.
Invasive.
Why? Because why? You gotta give me a reason why.
Because it's bigger.
It's bigger. Think about you and your little brother and sister. I know you have a little brother. Little brother. Who needs more food? You, because you're bigger, right?
well, every lakes
Okay, let's go to question 4. We got 4 minutes left. What do you think might happen to the native lamprey in the Great Lakes if the sea lamprey continued to survive? Morgan,
the population will go up
of which one?
of the
So the sea lamprey population would go up. What do you think would happen to the native lamprey population? It might go down because what are the sea lamprey going to do, Hunter? They're going to take all their food, Fred, right? That's like me. What if I come to your house and I invade your house and eat all your food?
No, we don't
I'll be mad. Because all my food
I would be a bully
gone.
and I'd be an invasive species, right? Good. Okay, we did not get to something we're going to have to talk about before we dissect on Monday, but we're going to talk about it tomorrow. And what we're going to talk about, Fred, honey, is called function and, I forgot what the other one was. No, function and, wait for it, structures.
I knew that.
So the structure of something and the functions that they have. But before you leave, on a Post-it note, I want you to write this down. Answer this question. Hold on. This should be really easy if you listen today. Everybody listen. I'm not going to write it on the board, so I want you to listen. Which of the lampreys is invasive to the Great Lakes and why? Which of the lampreys is invasive in the Great Lakes and why?
Can you put on an index card?
I'll write it.
Like, we don't have to take notes, so can we use the
Of the 2 we talked about today.
They have their things.
Which
Here. Oh, okay, here we go. Can you like put which lamprey is
who's excited to dissect on Monday?
I still want to touch it, but I want to take these pictures.
Maybe someone else can take pictures for you and send it to you. Does that work?
Why are we Here, what are we doing?
All right, if you're finished, I'll take it. You gotta explain why, or I'm not gonna accept it.
She picks up your paper because you're too lazy.
Make sure your name's on
Okay, I'm just gonna do this while y'all act like
Yes.
Do you want these or not?
No, you do the people. Alright guys, if you can put your numbers away by yours.
And I hear you walk up before you came and do the will. No dabbing. Now watch me.
Wait, is this yours? Oh, is that yours?
No, don't try to talk to me. You didn't say that.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey, those of you that weren't here yesterday and didn't get the reward, come over here.
I'm a big boy now. I'm a big boy now.
Can you come over a little bit?